So, look, I've been thinking about this recently. Um, like yesterday, I was like, like I feel like when you're playing Minecraft, um, and you're just playing with the villagers in the town, you don't really play with anybody else on the game. You know what I mean? So, uh, for me, I like to do survival. I haven't played the game in a while, but I used to like to. My kids got me into it, so I was playing with them. I like to go and mine and stuff like that, and try to gain resources. I like the whole idea of an economy. I wanted to like get into a world with we had like an economy, and you could build, you could trade with people. I like that, and but I want like a huge world. Anyway, so it's like real life is it's just random I've went to so many different places, and it's just the same thing, and it's I think it's because like I'm not everyone has their way of being intelligent. Um, I'm intelligent in some certain ways, and other ways I lack a lot of intelligence. And here's the thing: it's like I don't know everything, even about the stuff I'm highly knowledgeable about. I don't know everything, and I never will. You'll keep gaining more knowledge about stuff. You'll keep learning, but and this is like not a knock on anybody that is in my life at all, whether that's the cashier or family or a coworker. This isn't any. I just don't feel like I fit in, and I've never felt like I fit in, ever, ever. And this is probably because it's a trauma response. I've thought about this. I'm like, man, I could speak in front of like 10,000 people and feel more comfortable doing that than being in a room with just like three other people I really don't know very well. If it's somebody that's like one on one, maybe two on one, depending on the power structure of the room. I could be fine with that, but it's like I don't like strangers at all. Um, like in my personal space, and it's like a lot of people I just don't want to talk to. I already know the conversation, and I don't. A lot of surface level stuff doesn't interest me. A little like small talk, it doesn't interest me. Um, it's just like I like deep conversations. You know what I mean? And where you can go back and forth. It's just like when you get like groups of depends, but three or more people, it just gets dumber and dumber, and the conversation just gets so stupid, and I want to be myself, and I don't feel like I can be myself, especially when I go to like a job or something like that. It's like, dude, I don't even want to pretend anymore. I don't want to pretend I'm like. I don't want to try to fit in. I don't want to try to. I just want to like be around people who have the same type of uh, beliefs and ideals as I do in real life. Like why are we just like randomly everywhere? Why don't we become more? It's so why can't we just be around people who like we live around people who have the same ideals? Like I like the idea of some places being segregated. I do. And we can have some places segregated by race. For sure, there's nothing wrong with that. Who said there's something wrong with that? The same people who say there's something wrong with that are the same people who segregate themselves because of their wealth. Okay, like these people are pushing their ideas while segregating themselves from us. You know what I mean? It's just like, dude, like who are you to tell us how to feel? And like, you know, I think that we should have mixed places where it's just like random like it is now. But we should have some places where it's like where people can feel comfortable. Like they only want to have a black area. They only want to have a Hispanic area. No whites are allowed there. No blacks or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like we should have these places where people can go and be. Listen, when you throw in a bunch of people, let anybody come into this country and you don't know if they have lower IQ, if they can assimilate to a civilized first world country rules. You know what I mean? It's like you can't bring in people who have really low IQ and think that they're not going to be tribalistic. The people, in my opinion, that have higher IQs, you know, the average IQ in America is around 95 to 100. That's the average IQ. So, you know, for the most part, people can, you know, we usually get along like this. Like you know, we're used to this type of lifestyle where, you know, it's all mixed. Not everything's mixed. We have tribal places, man. Like who's it? Chinatown, Mexican town. You know what I mean? So like we have the black communities and we got the suburbs for the fucking rich white people, or just rich people at this point. But it's like, yeah, if you want to be around your own type of people, then we should be able to. You have your own state, your own territory. We need to have these state lines redrawn. We need, like, half of these states don't even represent, like, a lot of the people in the territory. Like California, like, or Texas, you know, like Austin. So, like, it's more liberal, you know what I mean? So we need to have Austin be part of California. You know, something like that. Like these big cities can be a part of their federation or whatever. If that's, you know what I mean? We can do different things. But we have to limit power. We have to limit power. So we can't have territories with like 54 votes. You know, 54, what is it, the 54, like when we come to like an electoral votes or whatever like that, we can't have these big states like Texas and Florida and New York. No, they need to be broken up, you know. So I wonder, I don't think that Buffalo has the same type of ideals as really progressive New York, you know. I don't think so. And the thing is, like, okay, I'm not against capitalism, but the way it's being used right now, it just doesn't benefit the regular person at this point. So that's why I'm like, dude, like, I'm not gonna. The only people who are prospering from capitalism are rich people, and it's been like this. They get another K shape. They get to win again. Oh, rich people are taken care of. Like you've been taken care of. When are the rest of us gonna be taken care of? Like, don't you understand? Like, we have to have money. We have to have currency to pay for extra stuff and buy extra stuff. You know what I mean? We can't eat, like, me personally right now, I don't feel comfortable living life. I can't wait till I'm not here no more. Now, why would somebody say that? Dude, I'm not like if I was gonna take myself out, I would have already done it a long time ago when I went through some severe heartbreak, when I was thinking about it at that point. But I'm not going to do that. But am I happy with my life right now because like I can only afford to go to work and go back home? Do I feel like a prisoner? Yes, I feel like an economic prisoner. I feel like I can't go out and do the things I want to do physically, because if I do get hurt, I am fucked. You know what I mean? It's just like, I can't afford these hospital bills. I don't have health insurance, and I can't afford that. So it's like, it doesn't matter anyway, because I would get, even if I had health insurance, I would still get a ton of bills that I wouldn't be able to afford anyway. Like this, like, what are we supposed to do? We're not being taken care of. So it's like, okay, yeah, we need not Medicaid for all. We don't need that. We need some basic stuff for us. You know, we need our teeth done. We need some you know, it's like these people who are on welfare now, a lot of these people don't produce anything. Like, what are they producing? You know, the people like me who work on the infrastructure and actually keep this thing going, you know, the people they get looked down on, the people who don't get paid shit, but we are the critical people. If we stop working, like, we are fucked. You know, you keep looking down on us. Like, it's just like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, you know, I like people go, you're a communist. No, I'm pragmatic. And I see, like I'm not going to sit here and keep defending rich people to get more rich while I'm sitting here. It's just like, people like, these people for MAGA, you know, like, a lot of these people I aligned with. Well, now that, like, I'm against Trump because he, you know, is against me. He's the one that he's the one that, you know, he campaigned on releasing the Epstein files, and then he said people like me could fuck off. You know, that was it right there. After all the support that he said that to the base, and I was this fucking base. So, and it's like, ooh, like, dude, I'm not a popular. I don't give a fuck about your little clique, your little fucking cult. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck about any of these people. You know, I don't give a fuck about any of these popular people who want to try to come at me and be like, oh, you know, fuck you. That's all I have to say is, like, fuck you all you politicians. I feel duped. I feel like all these influence. I feel like it was all about making money. I feel like it's all this politics shit is just a fucking show, to be honest, so they can make money. It doesn't mean anything. Following politics hasn't changed my life. My life has just gotten worse because of the corrupt government. And I want to say this too. When I'm saying we need to overthrow the government, yes, we need to overthrow the government, but it needs to be all peaceful until we're going through a famine and we don't have any food in our bellies. Then the gloves are off, because, like, you people are the one that caused this problem, and you're the leaders. You rich people are the leaders, not us. Our votes don't matter. I don't see a point to vote anymore. I'm not going to vote. It's pretty ridiculous that this administration is trying to implement a draft. You're really going to draft the kids and send them to another country? I don't fucking think so. It's just not going to happen. They're already, like, we already have a low population anyway. Like, you're going to go ahead and try to decimate them for what? For what? Are you fucking kidding? It's just it's so stupid. You know what I mean? And, but we needed to take over this government, this corrupt entity, and completely reform it to what it was supposed to be. Like, everybody needs to be fired. Everybody in Congress needs to be fired. Everybody in the Senate needs to be fired. We need term limits. But let's go back to just the first 10 amendments. That's what I want. Go back to the first 10 amendments. And then, like, every territory will go ahead and, you know, ban slavery. They'll ban, you know, they'll have women's rights. Some of them won't have women's rights. You know, like, the Muslim territories probably won't have women's rights. So, like, that's what we should have. We should have Christian places, Muslim places, gay places, trans places. Like, we need a safe haven for all different types of cultures and people. And you shouldn't, like, enslave, like Portland does, all of the rest of Oregon because you got the mass population. It's like probably a lot of people who live in the rural areas of Oregon don't agree with you, and that's why they want to join Idaho. Same with Washington State. You know what I mean? The people on the east side of Washington, like they don't agree with like West Washington, and there's actually after you get out of Seattle, people start like thinking better. You know what I mean? 'Cause I lived there. I lived in rural type of place. I lived by Tacoma, and there's a place that has like the biggest fair in Washington, or the Pacific Northwest. I don't remember, but like they have concerts and stuff like that. It only had like 40,000 people, but Puyallup was a cool place. Like it helped me survive. My family, they lived in more dense populations closer to Seattle, but not in, but no, they've gotten out of there. They've gotten out of there. So anyway, it's like, and what's happening with Trump right now, what I would like to say too is what I was thinking about. It's what could be happening is, so he keeps like blockading the, like, they went through this what I was seeing on the internet, where Iran would blockade the Strait of Hormuz or whatever, and then they would release it, and then Trump would block it, and they just went back and forth. And what could be happening is Trump could be like, he could use this to our benefit. But the thing is, and this is what could be happening, is putting pressure on a lot of other countries economically because they're not getting their energy, and it's actually going to be hurting Iran. They need to get that oil out because, like, well, all these other countries, you know what I mean, that are producing oil and they can't ship it through there. So, like, it's hurting those countries, and it's hurting countries that need it. They're getting backed up, so they're gonna have to start shutting some of these oil sites down, and it takes a while. When you shut these down, it takes a while for them to come back up. You can't just shut it down and then like restart it. Like, it takes a while from what I was hearing. Anyway, so what could be happening is, and what's contributing to our high gas prices, is we're actually selling our oil. I don't know if this is happening, but like, this is what could be happening. We could be selling some of our oil to some of these countries that, same thing for Russia. Russia could be selling oil too. And, I'm sure that there's a lot of countries that are buying stuff. Like, China's right there by Russia. I'm sure that they're buying oil from Russia, but, or whatever, natural gas. I don't know. So, what it could be putting pressure on these European countries that aren't getting the energy that they need, and then it's hurting their economy. So it's like, hey, you need to start negotiating with us, and like, you won't help us out in this war, but you want us to be in NATO. You know what I mean? Like, you want us to help out with Ukraine, but you're not going to help us out over here. And I'm totally against the war in Iran. So I think it was, but I'm saying, like, you could leverage it to hurt other, like, we just have to withstand it and um, endure the pain and suffering. But it's like when you see the Trump tariffs completely were a disaster because they didn't implement the correct way. So the Supreme Court reversed it while these companies were basically, from what I understand, upping the prices on us to pay for the tariffs. And then they're going to get like a rebate. Like, really? You know what I mean? With interests. Like, you're going to. So, like, you're going to keep the prices high because you're going to get hit with the tariffs anyway. So, like, this is why it's. And then Trump just seems like he's so. Just listening to. I don't know why he's listening to Lindsey Graham. I can't believe he took that. It's just like, dude, I might as well have John McCain in there. I might as well have W. Bush. That's what it feels like. You know what I mean? Like, why do we have to continue to be in? It's always about can we just have like free energy already? You know what I mean? Why is energy such a, like, can we fucking fix this shit? Let's innovate our energy. You know what I mean? So we don't have to fucking worry about this shit. We shouldn't have to worry about solar storms and stuff like that on our grid. We need we need to have like abundant energy. Like, what is the problem? Fix that. Let's fix that, and it's and our dollar is just like, dude, it's complete slavery. You know what I mean? So it's not only is it enslaving the whole world, but it's enslaving its own people at this point. So, what we're doing, it just seems like we might as well have Biden in there. I don't know. It just seems like we might as well have a Democrat. I just don't see a lot different from what we were doing. I mean, our culture's a little bit different for sure. Culture's changed a little bit. But, like, what culture do we even have anyway? So, just political culture. But he could use it to his advantage if he's smart and kind of, because they're saying, like, if we block the Strait of Hormuz in about 4 months, it'll collapse the economy of Iran. Well, it's not just going to collapse their economy, it's also going to collapse on other people's economies as well. So it's kind of like, you guys need to get your shit together, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I think it is kind of interesting how Iran was trying to use Bitcoin for transactions. I think that was pretty cool. I think that I can't believe other countries haven't like got on board with that. Look at El Salvador. I don't know why. That's what I would like to do. I would like to clean things up. Go the El Salvador route. You arrest everybody. You arrest all these gang members, and you put them away. You know what I mean? You put them away. We don't need you in society. You're just a detriment to society. We need to do something about the single mothers. We gotta do something about I can't believe, like, are we going through hardships? Are we not? I mean, I'm okay. Like, I'm okay as long as I work. I'm okay. It's kind of feels like living how I lived this like the whole time anyway. I gotta be frugal. I can't feel like I don't feel economically secure at all. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what to invest in. I don't know if I should invest in this for my education. Like, I don't have student loan debt. I don't want to keep working these blue collar jobs because they don't pay shit and you're not appreciated, and it's just, so like, what am I supposed? I can't, honestly, I can't keep doing it anyway. I could do it for about, I'll do another 10 years. So I'll be 55, and that'll be like 39 years in the fucking, 30. So I'm trying to be like responsible right now. I'm not dating or anything like that. I'm trying to work on my debt. I'm not trying to gain assets, buy assets, use debt for leverage. No, I'm trying to be responsible. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my debt down. Uh, uh, do I, hit weed sometimes? Yeah. Uh, More than I should right now? Whatever, dude. But like, I'm also trying to get my debt down, trying to lose some weight as well. Try to improve, trying to do these things at the same time. And it's not, also, like, I've limited my exposure to the internet. I don't make as much content, and I don't take in as much content. So I've been dealing with that too. And the fact that, like, I have to be fine with having no friends, and I almost feel like I don't trust anybody at this point. I don't, and it's like, dude, if you're gonna have to go through some bullshit to gain my fucking trust. I don't even want any allies. I want everyone to hate me, to be honest. Like, I just don't fucking care. Like, I just want to be left the fuck alone, pretty much. And what I would like to do is just, like, live away from everybody. I don't have to hear no ghetto music anymore. I fucking hate that shit. It's so stupid. Like, it's just like, why do people think this shit is so fucking cool still? I don't know why people are thinking this ghetto shit is so fucking cool. Oh, gangsta. Dude, it's so dumb. It's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fucking cool. Nobody from the ghetto, like everyone's trying to get out of there. Nobody wants to live there. Yeah, who wants to live in a fucking ghetto, man? Nobody. So, but that's just like, people just annoy the fuck out of me, to be honest. So I annoy the fuck out of myself too. So, yeah, that's what I think could be happening, and he could. But I'm not trying to be like, oh, pro Trump. No, dude, like, you lost my support. I don't trust you no more. Like, you pretty much backstabbed me. You used my vote. You lied to me. We passed a big, beautiful bill so we could do the mass deportations. We're not doing that anymore. So you made it more expensive for no reason. Like, what? We're not going to do mass deportations anymore? What the fuck is going on? And then you look who's all around him. You look like basically his family. And no wonder why he's a Zionist or whatever he is, but it's like, I voted for America first, you know what I mean? Not another country first. So it'd be nice if, we can actually do that. I don't trust anybody. And at this point, I want everybody held accountable that's been in office the last 50 years. I want them to be our slaves. That's what I want. I want these people who are in power right now to be our slaves, just like they've done to us. You're going to be our slaves. We're going to take all your money. We're going to take all your wealth. We're just going to confiscate it. I don't know what to tell you. What are you going to do about it? We're gonna take all your wealth, and you're gonna be off on your own. You know what I mean? Just so you know how it feels to be like a real person. The fact that they haven't raised the minimum wage, the federal minimum wage, is absolutely ridiculous. This just shows that they don't do anything. There's no, like, decriminalization of marijuana legislation, whether it's the Democrats or Republicans in charge. It's just like, you see more. It should be left up to the states if you don't want marijuana. And here's the thing too, like, these people who are like, oh, I don't like the smell. Like, then it's called banning it. There's places that you can't just go around drinking at some places. You know what I mean? It's called public intoxication. So like, well, it's because of the smell. Well, just a vape. Vapes don't smell, dude. So it's like, it's just having common courtesy. You know what I mean? Making it's just like, you can't smoke flower here because it stinks, and nobody wants to smell flower everywhere. So, like in your own personal abode, yeah, you can smoke flower or whatever, but you're not gonna do it at Walmart in front of Walmart. You know, it's like, do you see people drinking beer in front of Walmart? No. So like, you're not gonna. It's just, and this, it's the same thing about cigarettes. Like, you just have to have places that are restrictive with that stuff. That's all. That's all you have to do. But you know, this whole anti-weed, like, oh, this is like, dude, if you can have your alcohol, I can have my weed, okay? Like, fuck you. I don't want to drink your alcohol. And because I'm a piece of shit. I don't want to be a piece of shit. I want to think logically. And you think that you're smarter than me because you drink alcohol and I don't? Because I smoke weed? You think you're smarter? Like, fuck you. Let's see. Let's see who's smarter. Let's debate. Or we can go in the MMA ring. We can do either one. I'll do either one, dude. You know what I mean? So, like, fuck you. We'll see who's a better man. Or, like, hey, women too. You guys, dude, I have no problem. If a woman wants to fight me in an MMA ring, let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see what you got. Like, if we go into that type of environment, I'm not gonna hold back. I don't care who you are, unless like it's a little dainty. But if it's like one of these strong women that's got muscles, dude, I'm gonna tear you up. You think you're gonna tear me up? I'm gonna, like, seriously. You want to come in the ring with me, boxing ring? And some of these professional fighters, they probably, you know, I'm not gonna say that they can't beat me up, that I can beat them up, but like they'll probably beat me up. But uh, these bodybuilders, like these women that are like, they're on steroids and they think that they, come on, man. But like, hey, a woman that's an MMA fighter, a boxer, let's go, man. Like, let's go. Like, I know, hey, this isn't like you're my wife and I'm just beating the crap out of you. No, like, you signed up to fight me. I'm gonna fight you. You know what I mean? Like, you want to fight me? Then let's fight. Um, I'm not gonna hold back. I'm not gonna, like, if you're getting beat, like, I'm gonna hold back. You know what I mean? But yeah, most women can't beat my ass. Like, you know, it's rare as hell to find a woman that can beat my ass, and is any average guy's ass. Like, seriously, you guys need to just chill out, man. Please just chill out. And oh, you're a woman beater. No, I'm not a woman beater. I don't. If a woman, like, I'm not gonna go and challenge a woman to a fight, but if she challenges me to a fight and she thinks that she can beat my ass in an octagon or something, let's go. Let's go. Like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, let's go fight an octagon. No, I'll challenge a guy, but I'm not gonna challenge a woman. Hey, but if she wants some, dude, then I can, you know, humble her. I can humble her pretty quickly. But yeah, it's just like, I think this is why it feels like we're in a simulation, and the reason why I think that, like, I pretty much am a baseline reality, and I could be wrong. A lot of these people say maybe I'm not, maybe I'm in a different dimension, but than I was born in, which is quite possible that I'm in a different dimension, and I could be in a digital dimension that just my consciousness is in, and. But I think that I'm in baseline reality. I think I am. I think that I'm some type of baseline reality. I might be in a different dimension, but I'm still. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this is, and I'm trying to. It's just like what I do know is reality is extremely boring. This is why we distract ourselves constantly. You know, the simulation doesn't put any type of good situations in my life. It's just like, dude, why don't you have like good looking women who are available working with me or living around me? Why is it gotta be like two gay guys, an old man, a degenerate, like, you know what I mean? Like, it can't be like a cool situation, you know? It's like, it's always got to be like, uh, it's so stupid. It's like, dude, come on, man. You can do something more, a little bit more fun. Um, but it's not. So it's just like, dude, then fuck reality, man. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't like whatever this is right now. So, like, where do you go? Where do you go? So I guess you just go into your own mind at this point, right? But I have to go to work, and yeah, um, that's all, I guess.